Hello race fans and welcome. We are here live at Zen Joltis Mega Speedway getting ready for race number 15 and the season finale of the Caterpillar ARCA series. 14 races prior to this, we have had non-stop finishes, wrecks, and a whole bunch of lead changes, and we have 7 drivers in contention for this championship. Our highest contender right now is Cody Llamas. Right now, he is 6th in the championship standings, and he is starting 6th. But our leader right now is James Qualls, and he is going to start this race way back in the 30th position. And he only has a 1-point lead over R Kris Wascher, who is actually starting right beside him in row 15. Seth Cole with 289 points. He's going to start this race from the 21st position. And Anthony McCrury is starting 24th. The last driver in contention is Kyle Sosnoski, and he is starting 23rd. What kind of racing will we see here? We're about to find out as we're just seconds away from those famous words.
Drivers, start your engines.
And the cars are rolling down this super long straightaway. Here is your starter lineup for the ARCA series finale. I could not think of a more impressive field than this. This entire field consists of drivers from the Sega Cup, past champions, Mobile and Nationwide Series champions, Truck Series champions, and last season's champion. But these cars are rounding out of the final turn and down this super long straightaway for the start of this race. There are going to be no pit stops, and we're going to be doing this for 16 laps. And will we see the big one? I don't know, but the green flag is out here at Zen Joltis. You know, man, these drivers, they're not wasting any time. Tim Fiegel already with the advantage, but they're already going 3 wide for second place. Marco Salpietro, he heads into second, trying to chase down that 9 car. Now, at a track like this, you can go 5 wide here, but it's really dangerous if you try to go 6 wide. In season 1, they went 6 wide, and they had a huge wreck in this turn here. And look at that, they're already going 5 wide. Andreas Allen, he's on the super extreme high side in that 77. But, oh, man, Tim Fiegel with the lead so far, but he's in a really dangerous spot. But now we're trying to have a small battle for the lead. Adam Akers trying to get up there with the help of Ryan Acosta in the 60 car. Adam Akers would love to get a win in the finale here. He takes the lead away from Tim Fiegel. You know, man, Andreas Allen is way deep on the outside, falling back. But don't worry, if you do fall to the back, you won't stay better for long. And oh man, we're gonna have to go to area coverage to see how these guys are running. 5 wide, some rows back as Adam Akers, he's coming down the first straightaway, and Akers will lead the first lap. Heated battle for second place between Ian Dutta and Ryan Acosta. Now here comes Dillon Poteet on the inside now. He's trying to make a 3 wide for second place. You know, man, you can just see how close all these drivers are moving right now. They're going 4 wide for third place right now. And here comes Kris Wascher on the inside now. Kris Wascher, one of the championship contenders. And actually, if he can lead a lap, he will pass James Qualls for the moment. Kris Wascher, he has been running consistently pretty much all season long, trying to do wherever he can to get the championship. As Poteet now, he takes the lead away from Akers, and he will dive down to the inside in front of the 22. And speaking of the 22, his teammate Seth Cole is right here. He's stuck on the outside of Sosnoski now. And oh man, majority of the championship contenders are now running mid-pack. Kris Wascher trying to do wherever he can to get around Poteet, and he can't quite do it yet, but he is all over the back bumper of that 4 car. And now here comes James Qualls. The top 2, they're trying to get in the top 5. Qualls being held by his teammate Johnny Gardner, as Poteet still trying to block the 22 from making a move on him. And they're still going 5 wide rows back as Poteet will lead this lap. Wascher trying to go to the outside, but Poteet still throwing the block. Now we see Johnny Gardner trying to go under his teammate. Now here comes John Charleston on the inside with the help of Charles Jackson. Charles Jackson started this race second place. He's dropped all the way back, but now he's starting to come back. And oh man, they're almost going 6 wide back here. I'm going to have to keep an eye on them. And they sell it back to 5 wide. They're still hanging on, but now we see Cody Llamas on the inside of Shawn Henley. Cody Llamas now trying to get under Joshua Mudd and trying to get under Andreas Allen. Heading back to aerial coverage. It's still all about Poteet, but oh man, now Wascher, he's on the inside of him for the lead, but Johnny Gardner, he's going to look to try to spoil the party. Johnny Gardner has to do whatever he can to keep Kris Wascher from leading a lap, because Qualls back there, and oh man, they're wrecking Ty Naughton, and oh man, Nick Pericles is in the fence, and Seth Cole is in it, and oh man, we got a car flipping back there. That was Ian Dutta. Oh man, one of the championship contenders has just wrecked, and I think it's safe to say that Seth Cole will not be our champion. But oh man, oh boy, Kris Wascher, he's about to lead these guys under the yellow flag, and that will be some good precious bonus points, and he will no doubt pass James Qualls for the points lead. Right now they're tied, but with the caution laps, he will pass him. Kris Wascher will lead these guys under our first caution. Second will be Johnny Gardner. Third is Poteet. Fourth is Andreas Allen. And fifth is Chris Kyle. Oh my goodness. Ty Naughton ended up getting turned back there, and I have to see who was all involved. There's Nick Pericles, who I saw flying into the catch fence. There's Pichu London with a little bit of damage there. Oh man, I have to see who was all involved. There's Ian Dutta on pit road. He was flipping. Trying to see if there's anyone else on pit road, and I don't think there is. No, there's not. Wow. Where is Seth Cole? Where is he? Oh no, wait, my mistake. There's still some slow cars on the track. And Cole Dalley, another championship contender. He's fourth in points. And oh man, his car is up in smoke and he's done. Cole Dalley is out of the championship, and that's a tough break for the 18. There's Skye Commons coming down pit road. There's Ian Dutta. And there is Seth Cole right now. He has some right side damage to that 27, but he did not come down pit road, and his car actually doesn't look that bad damage. He may still be in this. But oh boy, we lost it's safe to say we already lost a championship contender in Cole Dalley, and he is indeed out. He will finish this race if Pericles and Ian Dutta come out ahead of him. He'll finish dead last, and Cole Dalley will not be the champion. So that's a tough break for the 18 team. Skye Commons just left his pit box, but our leader is Kris Wascher. Let's see what happened in that turn with Ty Naughton and a few more drivers. Well, here's happened to brought out our first caution. Ty Naughton was right under Anthony McCrury and Seth Cole. Both of these drivers were going for the championship, but then Ty Naughton, he gets turned right in front of the 27 and the 31. And Nick Pericles, he just glitched into the catch fence. Just look at that 12 car. And then it's just a chain reaction back here. This is really the best camera angle I could find. But Ian Dutta ends up on his roof, and Nick Pericles glitched into the catch fence. And there is Anthony McCrury, another championship contender. He has a lot of rear damage to that 31. As you can see, Ian Dutta's car just flipping along the straightaway. But luckily, he ends up back on his wheels, and you can just see all the smoke. And Cole Dalley right there, his 18 is already up in smoke. And he already took his car back to the garage area. There's Skye Commons spinning down in the infield. I think Seth Cole already drove away. Yeah, there he is. But Nick Pericles, I can't even find his car. It must be back there in the smoke somewhere. Or he may have teleported to pit road already, but oh man, this is not what Anthony McCrury or Seth Cole needed happen to them. As we take a look at Pericles in the 12. I'm trying to find a better camera angle to see how he flew. I mean, his car just smacks the wall, and then he gets pitched in there by Shawn Harple. And there's Ian Dutta flipping, and I think he actually got stuck. I think he did. You can't even see his car through all the smoke. Yes, he did. He got stuck upside down into the fence, and he teleported to pit road. That's what happened to Pericles, as you can see Ian Dutta just flipping. We're gonna have to ride on board with Shawn Harple and Ty Naughton to see what they saw. Here we are riding on board with the number 7 of Ty Naughton. There's a contact with Anthony McCrury. Oh man, that just shows how close these guys can end up racing. That hard and that close to each other. Now here we are riding on board with the number 18 of Cole Dalley. Oh yeah, absolutely nothing that 18 could have done. He actually got a hit from Nick Pericles when he glitched into the catch fence. And then that hit was hard enough to force the smoke to come out of the 18 car. Now here we are with the final onboard camera of Shawn Harple. Drove under the flipping 12 car, and he actually just slides around. But oh yeah, once you're racing that close and a car gets loose, there's absolutely nothing you can do. And here we are back at Zen Joltis. We're going to restart on lap number 8, and we have 5 drivers out of the race. They are Ian Dutta, Nick Pericles, and 2 chase contenders, Cole Dalley and Seth Cole. They will not. They are now ineligible for the championship, and we are now down to 5 drivers. And the last driver out of the race is Charles Jackson. He came down pit road, but he actually got stuck, and it turned out to be a broken gearbox. So Charles, he's now out of the race. But anyway, we're about to get back underway, and Kris Wascher is the new points leader. As we're getting back underway, our top 10 consists of Kris Wascher, Johnny Gardner. Poteet just went to the outside in 3rd place. 4th now is R Andreas Allen. 5th, Chris Kyle. 6th is Cody Llamas. 7th is Levi McIntire. 8th, Dillon Young. 9th, Angel Navarro. And rounding out the top 10 is James Qualls. Right now, we still have 3 championship contenders still gunning for the championship. But right now, the best guy to try to get it right now is Kris Wascher, and he really needs to drop down to the back if James Qualls wants to stand a chance. But now James Qualls has to finish 3 positions ahead of Kris Wascher if he wants the championship. And right now he's being forced on the hot side by his teammate Johnny Gardner. Johnny Gardner came into the season late. How would he feel if he got a win? And here comes Chris Kyle now trying to go for the lead. Chris Kyle dominated the season in the beginning, but bad runs late in the season knocked him out of championship contention. But I bet he's gonna try to get one more win before this season ends. And actually, Chris Kyle, he actually raced his way here to get the season 2 Truck Series championship. So he does know how to get around this massive racetrack. And it looks like Chris Kyle's challenging Gardner for the lead, and he got it. He did lead that lap. Chris Kyle did lead that lap, and oh man, these guys are now going 5 wide for the lead. And Dillon Young with the early advantage. Our winner last week from our winner last week from Kentucky. He's looking to try to get 2 in a row here. He's trying to end his season off with a bang. But oh boy, now they're trying to go 4 wide for the lead once again. Now we got us some real racing. Pole sitter Tim Fiegel now, he's trying to take his lead back, and he did. But now here comes Shawn Henley and Lyndon Wright. And oh man, Lyndon Wright, what a story he has here. The last time we came here, Lyndon Wright, he won under a last lap pass in the Wood Brothers number 21 in the season 2 of the Sega Cup. So he knows how to get around here as well. And right now he's pushing Shawn Henley and Tim Fiegel to the inside as Tim Fiegel hangs on to that lead. And oh man, Kris Wascher, he has dropped all the way to the back. This is what James Qualls desperately needs right now. As Fiegel tries to hang on to the lead. They're going 3 wide for second place. And it looks like Shawn Henley, he wants more. Shawn Henley, he wants to end his season off with another win too. Shawn Henley now going to the deep inside. Now he will take the lead. Now we have to take a look at those slow cars in the back. There's Skye Commons all the way back here, and there's Anthony McCrury. His 31 is indeed slow, so I think it's safe to say that McCrury, he's out of the championship. Shawn Harple is all the way back here, as well as Pichu London and Ty Naughton. And oh man, just look at these huge pack of cars here. Tim Fiegel, he's still hanging on to that lead. I mean, he's trying to. Shawn Henley led the last lap, and these two are still going side by side. But Shawn, he's gonna have that inside advantage, and he has the help of the 32 of Adam Akers now. Adam Akers, he's still staying glued to the back of that 5 car, but now here comes Kyle Matthews and Andreas Allen. Andreas Allen, he's been on the outside all race long, and he's actually bringing his teammate with him. Andreas Allen really wants to help Kris Wascher win the championship. And actually, in season 1, the 22 and the 77 finished first and second in the championship, and in season 2, the 22 ended up second in the championship. Season 1, the 77 won the championship, and season 2, the 22 ended up third in the championship. So Penske, they do have a really good racing stable. They did lose their teammate Seth Cole, and Shawn Henley just led another lap. He just led 2 straight laps. He's trying to do whatever he can to defend that lead, but right now Akers, he's trying to get under him as they're going 3 wide for the lead, and Wascher is now coming back. Wascher and Johnny Gardner, they really been staying close all race long, and James Qualls, he is stuck in a hornet's nest up there, and they're almost going 6 wide. Oh man, they settle it out back to 5, and James Qualls, he is really in a bad spot. He's right there stuck in the middle. He's right behind Andreas Allen. He really needs to find a way to get back to the inside. And Cody Llamas is right behind him as well. It's gonna come down between James Qualls and Kris Wascher. Whoever finishes ahead of who is gonna be the champion. Because Sosnoski, he's the only way he could have been eligible for the championship is if James Qualls would have finished dead last, but that's now indeed the case. So now Kyle Sosnoski, he's out of the championship. So now it's down to, I believe it's down to just Kris Wascher and James Qualls. Cody Llamas, he does have a chance, but it's going to take a miracle. but it's highly unlikely as we're heading back to the front. Now we have Marco Salpietro going for the lead as they're going 5 and 6 wide on rows back. But right now, it's all about Salpietro. They now just hit lap 12, and we have 5 laps to go. And speaking of Sosnoski, here he comes in second place now, trying to battle it out with Michael Norman. Michael Norman in the 3. Michael Norman has really had a bad season in the ARCA, but he would love to try to end it with a win here. All these drivers would love to end their season with a win here. And here comes Angel Navarro. Angel Navarro, he's been screwed out of so many wins this season. He would love to win here. The same goes for John Trolson. And Cody Llamas, he just dove down to the inside of James Qualls now. As we see James Qualls now running in the middle in at number 25. And Kris Wascher, he's all the way back here now. If Kris Wascher can somehow not make his way into the front, but Kris Wascher, he is right behind James Qualls. He wants that championship. Kris Wascher and James Qualls, both of them, they still run in the NASCAR Sega Cup. Kris Wascher drives for Joe Gibbs and James Qualls drives for Sega Motorsports. As we now see Michael Norman and Angel Navarro battling on the inside now. John Trolson and Cody Llamas are starting to come up. Cody Llamas, he could probably lead a couple laps. I'm really surprised we have not had another wreck yet, as we now see John Trolson diving down to the inside. But right now, it's all about Michael Norman. Now he'll lead a lap, but he has that 10 car right behind him. Angel Navarro. I believe Angel Navarro's best finish came back at Lime Rock Park, the road course. As we now see Linda Wright getting on the inside. And oh man, now here comes Kris Wascher back on the inside. Somehow Wascher always finds his way back down there. And he's trying to pass Poteet and Llamas for the top 5. And both Llamas and Qualls are on the outside. But there's still plenty of racing left here to go. But they better make their moves fast. It's gonna come down between the 22 and the 25 at this point. Michael Norman still hanging on to the lead barely, but here comes John Trolson in the 19. Really awful season for the 19. I believe John Trolson right now is 32nd in the points. The only person behind him is Cody Hagan, who got kicked out. But Lyndon Wright, he's deep on the inside of the 19, and he's being pushed by Wascher. This just proves how much Kris Wascher wants this championship. If Kris Wascher finishes ahead of James Qualls or finishes just one spot behind him, I believe he'll still win the championship. But it depends on where you are when that checker flag waves. As Kris Wascher, he crossed the line in 3rd place and he's looking to try to get the lead back. But he's going to push Lyndon Wright to the lead. And oh man, they're running dangerously close here. Tim Fiegel along with Kyle Matthews and Shawn Henley. As we see James Qualls and Cody Llamas, they're still back there on the high side. And oh man, they're going 5 wide. And here comes Dillon Young. Dillon Young is trying to get a small charge here. And oh man, they're almost going 6 wide once again as Dillon Young, he's trying to make it 4 wide under Johnny Gardner, Tim Fiegel, and Michael Norman. And here comes Levi McIntire in the 99 as well. He's trying to get up there. He's trying to push Johnny Gardner on the inside. But right now, he has company under him via Dillon Young. Dillon Young trying to look to get 2 in a row here as he's trying to push Johnny Gardner right under Kris Wascher. But right now, Kris Wascher, he's in prime position. He's hanging on to that 2nd place spot. He doesn't even have to win the race. He just has to finish ahead of James Qualls. But oh man, it looks like Kris Wascher once more. Time is running out. Wascher, he's trying to get back to the lead. He's looking under Lyndon Wright for the lead. But now here comes Joshua Mudd here. He's being pushed by Kyle Sosnoski. Joshua Mudd, he would love to get his first ARCA Series win in the finale. And oh man, all these guys are running 5 wide. And Kris Wascher will indeed lead another lap. Kris Wascher leads yet another lap. And that's going to make it even harder for James Qualls to get the championship now. That number 22 was on a mission here today as we only have 2 laps to go. It would be really shameful if we had a wreck now. Time is running out for the 25. As we now see Kyle Sosnoski in the 09. This is Kyle's final race. He's already confirmed that that if the ARCA Series comes back for a 4th season, he will not return. So he would love to have his final race with a win here in the 09, but he has to get back he has to get back to the inside. He's trying to get to the inside of the 22. Can't quite do it yet. Lyndon Wright took the lead away again on the outside. And oh man, all these guys are racing super hard. Lyndon Wright, he wants to get another Zen Joltis win, but now here comes Ryan Acosta in the 60 car. And James Qualls, now he's finally got back to the inside. He's got back to the inside, and Kris Wascher is on the outside. He needs to stay there, but Wascher, he is defending that inside line like it's his best friend. Now Qualls, he's coming up on the inside in the 3rd car, but Wascher, he's hanging on to that lead. We're coming to the white flag. This is James Qualls' last chance, and for him to get the championship, Wascher, he's going to have to drop a lot of spots. The white flag is out, and this race will indeed end under green. And now Acosta, he blocks Wascher from getting into the inside. Now he's going to take the lead. But now here comes James Qualls now. James Qualls has finally gotten on the inside. And now he has to put some distance between him and Kris Wascher. I don't know if he can do it though. Wascher still barely has the lead. But now Acosta, now he's taking the lead away. But Qualls, he couldn't get back to the inside in time. And now he is right under Wascher. And Wascher's trying to get the outside run on the high side. I don't know if he can do it. But Qualls, he has to try to get away from the 22 as far as he can. But oh man, it's not looking good for Qualls right now. As Ryan Acosta, he's trying to defend every line possible. Ryan Acosta came off a win a couple of weeks ago at the Brickyard 400 in the Sega Cup. But oh boy, now here comes Dillon Poteet and Acosta's teammate, Levi McIntire. Oh man, Acosta, time is slowly running out for the 60 car. But now here comes Poteet on the inside. Dillon Poteet. Oh man, he's finally got under the 60 car, but he needs help. I don't know. Here comes Dillon Young on the inside. It's the Dillon and Dillon show on the inside. But time is slowly running out. They're coming out the final turn. Dillon Poteet, Dillon Young. No competition right now. And it's going to come down to the wire. And it's going to be Dillon Poteet. Dillon Poteet wins the season finale here at ARCA as he captures the win here at Zen Joltis, and he captures his 2nd ARCA Series victory of the season. Acosta finishes 2nd, Dillon Young ends up 3rd, McIntire 4th, and I'm trying to see who finished where in the top 10. Let's see. James Qualls ended up 13th, and Kris Wascher ended up 17th. So James Qualls, he did finish ahead of Kris Wascher by 4 spots. But don't forget, Kris Wascher did lead some laps. But will that be enough? Will that be enough to capture the championship? I do not know. But there's our winner right there, Dillon Poteet in the Great Clips number 4 Chevy Impala. And now I have some calculating to do for the points. So stay tuned, race fans.
From the ground, echoes of the sound, ashes of the past form the present, and the future is now. They can't wait till another goes down. I am the path of destruction, and I'm here right now. Now it's rolling.
And here we are back at Zen Joltis with the finishing results here. Dillon Poteet battles out Ryan Acosta, and he captures his 2nd ARCA Series victory of the season here in the finale. The veterans get it done. They finish 1, 2, 3. Poteet, Acosta, and Young. Now on to the championship. Now, James Qualls finished 13th, and Kris Wascher ended up 17th. Now, Kris Wascher led 7 laps. He led 7 out of 16 laps. He led the most laps. And you get 3 and you get 1 bonus point for leading 1 lap, and you get 3 more if you lead the most laps. So Kris Wascher ended up with 4 bonus points, and James Qualls did not lead a single lap in this race. But who is our champion? I have calculated the points, and it came deeply down to the wire. Now, I'm pulling up the points right now, and hang on. Now, with Seth Cole and Cody Llamas and Dillon Young and others, with Cole Dalley and McCrury getting in that rag, they were out of contention. But pretty much after that, it came down to just Qualls and Kris Wascher. And with great hardness of this, I have to say that our NNSCRA Caterpillar ARCA Series Season 3 champion is James Qualls. James Qualls has defeated Kris Wascher, and he is our Season 3 NNSCRA Caterpillar ARCA Series champion. Even with Kris Wascher leading the most laps and getting the bonus points, it didn't even matter if he would have led one more lap. It wouldn't matter where he finished. If I don't even know. I have to get like the full details here. But James Qualls, our Season 2 Mobile One Nationwide Series champion, is now an ARCA Series champion. And he ended the season with 321 points. Hi, Roxy. Roxy wants to commentate too. Anyway, Kris Wascher in the 22, he loses the championship by just 1 point. He ended up with 320 points. If Kris Wascher would have just finished one more spot ahead of him, I think it would have came down to a tiebreaker, and I'm trying to get all of the details. If it would have came down to the tiebreaker, Kris Wascher and James Qualls, neither of them have won races this season. So let me go to top fives. Let's see. If it would have came down to the tiebreaker, I'm trying to see. Kris Wascher had 3 top fives, and James Qualls only had 1. So if Kris Wascher would have just finished one more spot ahead of James Qualls for the tiebreaker, Kris Wascher would have been the champion. That's how close it came. And last season ended with a tiebreaker with Kyle Sosnoski and Justin Williams. But this season we have a legit champion, and it is James Qualls. James Qualls is now a 2-time champion. Oh, well, ARCA really came down to the wire as we see the rest of the finishing results here. Oh, man, just find your name because I'm all tuckered out from this one. A real exciting race at Zen Joltis, and it came down to the wire. 2 Kentucky natives are winners here today. Dillon Poteet with the checker flag and the trophy here today, and James Qualls with the ARCA Series Championship. The full points will be in the description of this, and I hope everyone has enjoyed the ARCA Series of the NNSCRA. I'm still not sure if the ARCA Series is going to come back for Season 4, but if it does, we're going to have new cars, new sponsorships, and hopefully some new drivers. But James Qualls is the Season 3 champion. Well, guys, that does it here for ARCA. ARCA is going to be done for a while, and now I'm going to focus on the NASCAR Second Cup Series and the Mountain Dew Code Red Truck Series. So don't forget to check into those. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to me, TrentTheHedgie, and we will see you next time. Congratulations one final time for Dillon Poteet for winning here at round number 15, the finale at Zen Joltis. And congratulations one last time to James Qualls for the Season 3 ARCA Series champion. and we'll see you next time. This has been a production of NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.